Well, Paul, you've ended pre-season with a win. How beneficial was that workout for you today?
Yeah, good. I think we got through it injury-free, and it looked all right at times. Obviously, it was a good game for us because we're playing against a possession-based team, which is similar to a lot of championship games this year. So we worked on the shape for a few days, and I thought on the back of the Barnsley performance, I thought we looked a bit more like us. We've obviously been playing games a bit fatigued, so we looked a bit better today. We probably weren't as sharp at the top end of the pitch as we would like, but we broke at times really well and defended pretty well. There's still errors in our play, but you're never going to get football utopia, obviously. But so generally, I was really pleased. Some really good performance out there. Like I said, we changed, obviously made loads of changes, trying to give everyone some game time, and then obviously the game coming up Friday, we need them to be fresh and ready for that. So really pleased and appreciate the fans staying with the team. And, you know, there's times where you're not going to have the ball this year. You just have to have a good shape and be ready to spring. And I thought the lads, 95% of the time took that. And I thought, like, at half-time, we just said about, like, just got to be a little bit braver with the press, a little bit more aggressive with the press. And I thought the start of the second half, we were a lot better. And if we play with a full press, good teams can pick you off. That is fair. But I think if you get caught between a rock and a hard place, you're in trouble. So you're either pressing or you're sitting off. So I thought at times, first half, we weren't full press. So second half, I thought we started the game really well. And got a couple of goals, which is always nice. So, yeah, generally speaking, no injuries, a win. The real games are next week. But we go into it with confidence. We know it's going to be a difficult season, but be some good games. But I thought, generally speaking, I was happy.
You mentioned last two games that it feels a little bit more like the side, a bit more like us, you've said. Is that kind of what you expected in pre-season, that gradually as time goes on, that you would sort of see what you saw today where you're a bit happier?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know me off camera, I'm a lot happier, but my professional face is a different face, isn't it? So, look, I weren't that disappointed after the Chesterfield game. I thought we played quite well. We should have scored early on, we didn't. Against Shrews, I didn't think we were great, but I know why. We beasted them on the Thursday, so that was always going to happen on the Saturday. So I never read too much into it, and in the same way I don't read too much in being reasonable in the last two games. It's just about trying to get the lads an understanding and get them as fit as we can, as match fit as we can, and a few relationships. And I thought, like today, I was really pleased with my midfield first half. I thought Ozzy, David and Kenzo were pretty nailed on, the three better performers really. I thought they were really good, and obviously David getting his goal is good, and it's nice for the fans to come and see like the new players. So, why are we trying to bring Kenzo in and Caden and like Jerry, David obviously scoring and Ozzy. So, it's nice that we've got a good echelon fit and a much better performance. I wouldn't say it's perfect by any stretch, but it just felt a lot more like us, hard to break down for the majority, and dangerous on the tack, but not as dangerous as I would like.
In terms of the midfield, you've had a complete overhaul this summer in the middle of the pitch. Are you pleased then that you're coming in here saying they were three of the better performers already, that they're starting to build those relationships and sort of combinations between them?
Yeah, and obviously you've got Eves to come back as well to fight to get into the team, and like I think Wardy was missing today as well, and poor Jake. I don't think I'm missing any more, but yeah, it's nice when new players come in and hit the ground running. I've said all along I don't really want to sign players that are not in the team. I don't want to make the squad stronger. I want to make the starting 11 better. So that was good, and we've still got some work to do. I mean, I'll save all my transfer for Radio Derby. Obviously, they might ask me, but generally speaking, we still need some strengthening, and that's what we're trying to do. But generally speaking, the lads have been excellent since we've been back. Their attitude's been spot on, and they give me everything. Like Tyrese Fawn has been out for weeks. He managed to get some minutes today. Wash has had a slow start. He got some minutes. I thought Dave's done really well as well, by the way. He was a real physical threat. So hopefully my phone will stop ringing about him for a few days. So, generally speaking, really pleased. And it's nice, for the defenders to have to defend. And that's what I wanted from the game.
So it all starts next week at Blackburn. I know you well enough now to not say, are you looking forward to it, but are you ready for it next week? Because now, of course, this is what you're always building up to.
I think I am ready for it, and weirdly, I am sort of looking forward to it in the way that pre-season is a nice time, but it's also an awkward time. It feels like you're doing 6-7 days a week, and it's just constant battle. I haven't been to the cinema for 6 weeks. That's how bad it is. So I'd like a bit of structure back to my weeks, and in fairness, I don't go into this season with any fear. I'm a realist. Obviously, I know where we sit and how we have to compete, but I also know that we've got a good group who know us a little bit better. And I've just said to him in there, I'm not going to stand on the side of the pitch and praise everything you do. Sometimes you need to be spoken to in a way to improve. So we want to try and win as many games as we can and see where it takes us. So in fairness, I'm looking forward to the start of the season because, we could turn up next Friday and think, we're not bad, or we could get punched in the face and think, look, we're miles off it. And until you actually get the real bull in front of you, which one coach once said to me, you don't know what the level of performance will be. So I look forward to it, and then we have Chesterfield in the Cup, and then another league game. So 4 or 5 games into the season, we'll see where we're at.